And um, the grass pollen, the grass pollen is high right now, and so is the tree pollen. And in terms of there not being racism in this country, that thing with the CTE with the football players where they were literally saying that black football players weren't as smart as white football players, so they had a higher bar to jump through to get any money if they had a CTE injury. And so now they're afraid that the NFL is going to lower the bar for everyone, meaning that instead of paying white players that had that injury and not paying the black players, if they make it harder for anyone to get any compensation, then it'll be harder for everyone to get compensation instead of fixing it the other direction where, yeah, you can't hear me. Fixing it the other direction where then the black players will get compensated, and then people are going to say there's no racism in the US in 2021. That's total fucking bullshit, okay? And like it's just ridiculous. And don't even get me started on the lie that is still being um, told that people are believing that's putting democracy at risk in this country. But what did I want to say about June 4th? Well, June 4th in 1961 is a Sunday. And how do I know that? Because I looked it up. Because that was my parents' anniversary. And what do I want to say about June 4th? I'm told that, oh, well, you're not allowed to talk about me, but I still won't talk to you. And at some point, it's like, I have something to say and I'm going to say it. And if you know what I'm talking about, great. And if you don't want to know what I'm talking about, that's fine. Um, First of all, the Starlight Parade, there is no Starlight Parade this year on Saturday night. Last year, it's my 26th year in the One More Time Round Again marching band, and the band is not performing this year, not even on Zoom. They were going to try and do something like one song live, and they canceled it because they thought it was unsafe. There was no Starlight Parade last year, only there was a curfew put in place because of the riots. Because the Friday night and then Saturday night there was a curfew in place in Portland, and the parade had been canceled because of COVID. There's no Grand Floral Parade this year. There's the Porch Parade where people decorate their houses and you can look and go around and look at the houses. And if I can show you some of them, I will. There's a map showing which houses people decorated. And they're replaying the 2019 Starlight Parade on Saturday night in Portland. But there's also the US Gymnastics Finals. So in 2000, first of all, it was 99 degrees in Portland that night in 2016. So had I been in Portland, I probably wouldn't have been able to be in the parade because I can't handle 99 degrees, even with low humidity. And so I was watching the parade on my phone on the internet from the East Coast. But what did I want to say? This is before COVID. And like, I think the reason people in Asia wear masks is because of SARS, but in the past. But here, like here, if you wear a mask, people would think you're the one who's sick or you're the one that's immune compromised. When I would wear a mask on the bus because I hadn't gotten flu shots, I did get a flu shot this year, but last year, I'm the one that looks like a freak because people would cough and sneeze and not cover their mouth, and I hadn't had a flu shot, and I would wear a mask. And also, I wore a mask for 2 weeks before my surgery, and I thought people are going to think I'm paranoid because I don't want my surgery canceled because people don't have any fucking manners. Sorry for the language. Wolf Wolf went to sleep, so he's not here to say, watch your language. So, and there was this guy hassling me on the bus saying, well, we're all going to die. I said, well, it doesn't have to be today. And I told the driver that he was harassing me because I was wearing a mask on the bus. But anyway, when I was wearing a mask for 2 weeks before my surgery, I thought people are going to think I'm paranoid. And they said, no, that was a smart thing to do because I'm disabled and transit dependent. And so that means I had to ride the bus, okay? Because I don't have a car. So anyway, and then when I went to like go to the airport to meet my sister who came in to help with my surgery, I thought, well, I better take the mask off because I don't want to hit the radar of security like TSA and they're going to think I'm weird. And they're like, no, we're used to Asian travelers. You can put the mask back on. This was in 2010. So, anyway, June 4th in 2015, 16, sorry, it was a Saturday, the day of the Starlight Parade, that again was 99 degrees in Portland. And if I had been in Portland, I probably wouldn't have been able to be in the parade. But I wasn't in Portland. But I was like given a choice because I was at a park. And so sometimes I would wear a mask when it's 85 degrees and 85% humidity and high pollen so that I can breathe from car exhaust. And so I don't feel like I'm going to die. It helps with my allergies. And it also helps if it's cold and rainy in Portland in February. It also helps if the leaves are blowing around, and I would like wear a mask and be walking down the street, and like if I'd get to a synagogue, I'd take it off before I would go in so I wouldn't look like the weird one. And people, I would explain to people I'm wearing it because I'd rather wear a mask and have to use an asthma inhaler because it helps. It's a dust mask, it's a pollen mask. Okay, the surgical masks. So anyway, and I hear that I'm losing my voice. But anyway, so even though people in my family work in the medical field, no, no, you can't wear a mask because people are going to think you're weird. You can't wear a mask in the church. Your choice is to either go back to my house and not go to the graduation, or you can not wear a mask. Only the thing is, I didn't need to wear a mask in the church because there was air conditioning in the church. I needed to wear my sunglasses. Why? Because it was before I got the migraine glasses, so I would wear my sunglasses inside with fluorescent lighting because I didn't know there was such a thing as migraine glasses till I researched it 2 years ago when I was having 21 days in a row of migraine symptoms that I think were 4 migraine auras that affected my vision. I think, even including one the night of the Starlight Parade, I thought, this is hormonal. This is menopause. I'm guessing because I had a hysterectomy in 2010 and kept my ovaries, so I had to guess based on the symptoms. 4 migraine with aura in 1 year. I thought that's menopause. And I went online and researched after on like day 22 at 1 in the morning. I said, that's it. And that's when I bought the glasses from Axon Optics that have really been helping with the migraines from indoor fluorescent lighting. And I've asked to be an ambassador and we'll see if they say yes or not. And I've now ordered a pair of the outdoor sunglasses for migraines. So anyway, I was at a park at like graduation lunch for like, and I was like had a mask on because it was in a park in Virginia in the summer. I'm allergic to grass and pollen. And so like I'm the weird one with the mask. Only someone came over and said, "Are you okay? Would you like a glass of water?" And they gave me a glass of water because they were a nice person, someone at the graduation. But then I'm told that my choice is to either go sit at the house, but if I want to go to this is, I guess, before the graduation. I can't go to the graduation at the church if I want to wear a mask. But I don't need a mask in the church. Again, I needed my sunglasses. Only since no good deed goes unpunished, and I have panic attacks every day, I had this glass of water and I still had it with me and it didn't have a lid. And these kids were running around in the church and knocked over the water. So now I'm in the church with the water all over the floor during the graduation and have to like pretend like nothing's wrong and clean up the water while probably panicking. I don't remember that part exactly. But anyway, so I guess it was after that there was a party and like again I didn't have migraine glasses at that time, but I sat there and like there was like strobe lights or something like for kids to be dancing at like a high school graduation party, and I did not participate in that with like possible migraine trigger. I watched the Starlight Parade on my phone. Okay, anyway, so that's what I wanted to say about June 4th. Do I want to say anything else about it? Well, the year my father died, I think on June 4th, let's see. If this year is paralleling between 15 and 16, meaning it's Friday between Thursday and Saturday, then that means in 2015 it was a Thursday. And I think I went in there with my, like they used to give free roses for your birthday. And I said, hi. Like, this is like June 4th. It would have been my parents' anniversary, only they've now both died. Can I have the rose for my birthday from last year because it will make me feel a little better? And the person said yes. So I got a rose on that day, which was June 4th, 2015, for my birthday, which had been the year before. So, anyway, hello to the viewer and hello to the replay viewers. So, anyway, why did I pause Dr. Oz to tell you this? Because I wanted to tell this story because now, first of all, there's a lot of churches that aren't open. They're just opening the synagogue for Friday night tomorrow, and it's limited amount indoors. And I saw another synagogue's opening Saturday morning for services, again, a limited amount. This is the first time they've been open since March of last year. And if you walk in a synagogue with a mask right now, I don't think you're allowed in there without one. Probably like a lot of churches, you're not allowed. All of a sudden, I'm not the weird one with the mask in the church, you know? And by the way, I wasn't sick. I was wearing a mask to help with my allergies and my asthma, or so I wouldn't get sick from people coughing and not covering their mouth on the bus. And now I'm just repeating myself. So now all of a sudden, like, there's a benefit from COVID because if I walk down the street with a mask when it's 85 so the car exhaust doesn't trigger asthma, people are going to think it's because of COVID, not because of my allergies and my asthma. But anyway, and I don't know why it is that I couldn't wear a mask and not be seen as the person that was sick when I wasn't sick, okay? But anyway, I don't know how long people are going to wear masks in churches or synagogues, but now it wouldn't be an issue, okay? So, but by the like, but again, the issue wasn't even the mask in the church. The issue was the sunglasses in the church. But why can't I do what I need to do to take care of my health without being labeled as the weird one? And you can't be there because how would it look? Like, you can't even walk in there like that. You have to either go home or not do that. And it's like, don't fucking tell me what to do. All right. Yes, I know. That's not exactly being diplomatic. So, and also the comment of how fast was I going when I hit that virtual wall where I want to go to bed and I'm so tired. I think it was right after my allergy medicine wore off. So I'm supposed to get something to drink and take my allergy medicine and watch the rest of Dr. Oz, which is a rerun. But anyway, I thought I'd come on here and tell the one viewer and whoever watches replay what I had to say about June 4th. In 1961 and in 2015 and in 2016. And I guess that's it. And if anyone has a problem with me talking about it, it's too fucking bad. Have a nice